The animals sense its presence. For those of you who have pets and you have like farm animals, perhaps your animals are acting very strange. And I have been seeing comments and hearing about comments of people's pets. Good morning, Applebrook's honey. They are seem to be afraid of something that is out there. They're acting strange, and you may find that your pets are wanting to be around you more. Are you? Because animals have a sixth sense. They do. Good morning. Your baby goats, they'll jump up and look toward outside. If you're listening to this video, are your animals, do you sense that your animals are afraid of something that's coming? We all can sense something coming. We can. And it's not a good feeling. It's a heaviness. It's a darkness. It's unspeakable, more or less. It's indescribable of what's coming. Good morning if you're tuning in. The animals can sense it. And the video is about the animals walking around in circles. I don't know if that's still happening. I don't. I know that the world has changed. The balance of the world it's way out of balance. A very, very big heaviness. Yeah. Something is going on. You could not sleep tonight. Something's here. Something's here. And we can sense it. If you have that ability within your being, you can sense something. You've been sensing and feeling it. You have. And anxiety. Your dog wants a lot more reassurance and will refuse to walk sometimes when outside. High anxiety. Your yard is not full of birds like it was this time last year. Remember that video of Mr. White? Remember Mr. White? We did a video. It's been a few days ago. And I forget what the title of it was. But it was from like a video game of this Mr. White. It was talking about the aliens, the experiments and stuff. It was like on Area 51 and how they made a deal with the extraterrestrials and stuff like that. And Mr. White, he spoke about the humans. They will hold their tongues when the new God comes. They will hold their tongues when the new God comes. And it was a singular God. And then that civics class, how they said a visitor from or Earth invaded by a visitor, an alien. They spoke of one entity, and you can look at the movies like The Lord of the Rings. I think it pretty much sums it up too. It really does. and the invisible monstrous black hole that got kicked out of its host galaxy and was described as a beast, a monster, and ripping and tearing its way towards space. And it had behind it 200,000 mile long or light years, or a whole bunch of stars behind it. And black holes are supposed to suck everything in. It's not, they're not supposed, it's supposed to be coming toward it, but these are trailing it. And they described it as having a tussle with the other, more or less, primordial beings of the host galaxy in which it was in. It got kicked out. It was rejected. And it's barreling toward space, and it's headed toward Earth. It's headed toward Earth, and it literally was described as a beast. And it's not a light. It's not a light that's coming this way, you all. It's not. Your animals can sense what's coming. I personally feel that this is a primordial ancient entity. It's a very, very powerful entity. And like that Mr. White, they will hold their tongues when the new God comes. The God of this earth is headed this way. It's headed this way. And even the elites of this world, they will hold their tongue too. They will hold their tongue. They will not speak against what's coming when it takes its place on this earth. Your animals can sense it. You can sense it. I'm very serious. I'm very serious. This is not a game. You'll hold your tongue. Your thoughts will be monitored. There will be no privacy. You dare think a wrong thought that you should not think, you're going to find yourself in trouble if you're hooked up to the system. If you're hooked up to the system. And this Mr. White, he was in dreamland, in the other realm. In the other realm, there is a realm. There is a realm that beings can reach through to this realm that we're at, you all. This is spiritual, but this is way far more than what some are telling people that is coming. What is coming is truly beyond people's greatest fear. Beyond people's greatest fear. It will even cause the strong men to stoop and cower what is coming to this earth. And I was thinking about it this morning. I woke up. I've been waking up with a song in my heart. And I'm very thankful that I wake up with a song in my heart. I wake up with peace in my heart. That way I know, like during my sleep, I slept peacefully and I woke up peacefully. But I am aware of what's coming. Your animals are aware of what's coming. The powers on this earth that were put in their positions, they know what's coming. They are fully aware. They dare not step out of line. They will not. They will not go against the power that's coming. They won't. And it's unspeakable. It's unspeakable. It's not. It's going to take over. It is. It's going to take over the technologies. The woman last night at the WEF, she said it could benefit the human race, mankind, greatly. But there is a chance that it could be used in the wrong way, and it could be the worst oppression that we have ever seen. The worst oppressive. It could turn into a very oppressive regime, worse than Hitler, worse than anything, the likes of anything that has ever happened on this earth. If it gets to that, and it's growing so fast they cannot keep up with it. You may say, Gina, it's just technology. It's artificial intelligence, and it's a realm. Annie, honey, thank you. And it's a realm that these entities, they can come through. They can come through and inhabit and take over that, because it's electrical. It's 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 all over the earth. It's the connections are made all over the earth, you all. And the metaverse, living in the metaverse and stuff like that. Your animals can sense what's coming and they're fearful. The most powerful humans on this earth, they dare not open their mouth against it. They will hold their tongue too. They will. I would encourage you to, right there, you better get built up on the inside of your heart. You better pray, meditate, guard your heart, get close to God. You're going to need all the strength you can get going forward. You are. You don't got time for this foolishness. You don't got time for all this distractions that's taking place. There is no time. We've got to get grounded within our being. We got to know who we are and where we came from and who we belong to. If you don't know who you are and who you belong to, I don't know if you're going to make it. I don't know if you're going to be strong enough on the inside if you're not grounded in love. Love is at the core of everything. It is the most powerful force on the face of this earth and in the universe. It is a force. Love is a powerful, you could say love is a powerful God, entity. It's invisible too, but you can feel the power of it. You can feel the power of it, the strength of it. It literally, it can knock down the strongholds because it's pure. It's pure. It's light. It can shatter the darkness. It can shatter the darkness that's within you. It can break the chains. It can do it all. It can strengthen you. You put on that full armor of God, spiritual armor. And if you create a barrier of protection all around you. The spiritual realm is real, and what's coming, your animals can sense it, and it's very, very powerful. May not be the God you think it is. It may not be the God that you think it is. And that's a scary thought. Scary thought. But it's ever watching. It's ever watching. And I have felt its presence out there. I have. And I've had many conversations on this YouTube channel, sitting there looking back at the screen and speaking to it, speaking to the energy. There were groups of people think, oh, Gina's speaking to us. No, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to something much more powerful than you, much more powerful, that's out there. I'm not speaking to the people they thought I was speaking to. I just want to make that clear right now, because you're nothing compared to them. You are nothing compared to the power that's out there, the power that's coming. Nothing. It's more powerful than me. It's more powerful than you. And it's going to take something much more powerful than us humans and these spirits in our bodies to defeat it. It's going to take another godlike being that's more powerful than it. Is what it's going to take. So if that primordial black hole got rejected from its host galaxy because it had a tussle with two other massive primordial things, and it made its way straight toward Earth, do you think that the battle's going to stop there? The host galaxy that it got kicked out of? Oh no, it's not going to stop there. That primordial black hole, that black hole that's headed straight toward Earth, it's that entity. And it's going to solidify its power on Earth. It is. We're in the end times. And the Mr. White, you will hold your tongue. You'll even hold your thoughts because it's going to know what you're thinking. It's going to know every single thing about you. Again, I'm very serious. This is spiritual. It's spiritual, but it's manifesting into the real world. The battle did not stop there. Even though that black hole is headed straight toward Earth, ripping and tearing, and has been described as a beast, it didn't stop there. What it left, the primordial beings, those other supermassive entities, they will, one day, they'll follow it right here, follow it to Earth. But not right now. But they will make their way to Earth and they'll finish it off. Just because it was rejected from its host galaxy doesn't mean that the host galaxy that it came from, it's just going to let it wreak havoc. No, it doesn't mean that. It does not. It will be followed. It's only got a third of the host with it. It was described as its luminosity with the trail of stars behind it was almost as half as bright as the host galaxy that it came from, the luminosity. Almost half. It's not half. There's 2/3 left of that host galaxy that will follow it here. 2/3 is greater than the 1/3 that it took with it. It's going to be followed back here, and there will be a final battle. But until that final battle happens, we have been warned on this earth. We've been warned. The elites of the earth know what's coming. They've been warned. They know what's coming. They're building this kingdom for the God of this earth that will set its throne on this earth. They're building the kingdom. And they're making the way. They're paving the way. And it may not be the God that you are expecting. It may not be the God that it's not. I mean, you can be expecting something to show up because you know something's going to get really bad. But what's coming is more powerful than me and you combined. It's going to take a force beyond us. We're part of that force. We're part of that light. We're part of the army of light, the army of love. We're part of it on this earth in human form. We're an extension of it. But without something more powerful, we're not going to defeat it. We're not. That's why we're encouraged to hold on. Hold on, hold the line, be strong, and persevere. That's why we're told that. because it got rejected from its host galaxy after a tussle with two other, and it's headed straight toward Earth. And it doesn't help that the entities on Earth, the CERNs, the China stuff, all this messing with the spiritual realm, wanting to create an opening and stuff like that, and the ceremonies and all of this. It doesn't help that they're aware of it, but yet they're not telling the people. And if you think about it, when you no longer have privacy of your thoughts or anything like that, that ought to tell you something. It ought to tell you something. Why? You have freedom of speech, but they said they're going to have to get some human rights updated with bioethical laws because you won't even have a right to think your own thoughts. Everything about you will be monitored if you're in the system, if you're in that system. And you may have to live outside that system, outside that kingdom. And if you do, I want you to know that you will be strong enough on the inside. You'll have everything you need to persevere. And some of us will not make it. That's the cold, hard truth. Some of us will not make it. We won't. But our spirits will go back to where they came. They will. They'll join that great army of light in the spiritual realm. They will. So your animals can sense the power that's coming. They can. You can sense it. It is a heaviness, even though it's an invisible monster that the newscast people were laughing and joking about because they wanted to make light of it. Oh, they're fearful too. They're fearful. If they know what's coming, they will hold their tongue, like that Mr. White said. We'll all hold our tongue. We'll all hold our tongue. You'll do what it says. And if you don't, well, you know what the outcome will be. You do. That's why you got to be strong. You got to be strong. Strong enough to hold the line. Strong enough to be there for one another. We can. We can be there for one another on an individual level. On a spiritual level. We're not alone, you all. I promise we are not alone. And it's going to take faith to keep going forward. It's going to take God. It's going to take Jesus. It's going to take love. Pure love on the inside of you, because love is that light. You can be a great big beacon of light. You can. That's what I've always wanted to be. Ever since I was little, I want to be a great big beacon of light. That's what I want to be, great big beacon of light. But then you yourself have got to be able to withstand those stormy seas of light that comes your way. If you're going to be a great beacon of light, you better be able to withstand the stormy seas of life and all that life has to throw at you. And I know we got a lot of great beacons of light out there in this army of light. It's a spiritual army of light. We've got lots of great beacons of light. We've got spiritual armor. We know who we are. We know where we came from. We know who holds us. We know whose wing we're sheltered under. We know. We know. We're not alone. And this is serious, you all. It's coming. It's coming. And you have the WEF. There will be a catastrophic mutating event within 2 years, and it's probably going to be a lot sooner. At the rate of technology, it's happening so fast. They can't keep up with it. When we hit the point of singularity, singularity means one power, one power. Singular means one. It's not plurality. No, it's singularity. A technological singularity. That means one entity. is in control. 1. And we are living in very difficult times. I'm not going to tell you that we're going to be rescued and none of this will happen. No. Why would I lie about something like that? I wouldn't tell you no lie that this is not coming and this is not happening. You can look around. You know, if you're spiritual, you know what's here. You know what's coming. You're able to sense and think for yourself. You're going to have to be stronger than you could ever imagine. Ever imagine on the inside. Stronger. If you got anything inside of you that don't belong inside of you, bad negativeness and stuff, get it out. Rip it out. Rip it out. You only want love and all the byproducts of love on the inside of you. All the other stuff, get it out of you while you can. Pray to get it out. Say, take it out of me. I don't want it. I got to be strong if I'm going to survive. And you got to be strong for your family and your children, your neighbors, your friends, your family, each other. If you've done wrong in your life, ask for forgiveness. Ask for it to be taken out of you. Turn from your ways of doing wrong. Turn from it and get on the path. That way you're going to be strong. You're going to be grounded. You don't want to be grounded in darkness. If the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? You don't want to walk around like a soulless being. You don't. You don't want to willingly give yourself up so that the darkness grows inside of you. You don't want to do it, you all. If anything's going to grow inside of you, you want it to be the light. You want your light to get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter till you too become a great beacon of light, like all the other great beacons of light. We've got to hold the line. You got to be there for one another. And I don't know if you go to other channels that are telling you this, encouraging, right here, right here. There's an ancient God that's coming. And it's very powerful, much powerful than me or you. It got kicked out of its host galaxy. It's headed toward Earth. Earth is already being terraformed for it. It's already being terraformed. It's making the way. It's going to be welcomed on the Earth. It is. They're going to welcome it on the Earth. You may not want to hear this, and this may not be the God that some people are thinking is supposed to be coming, and things are going to get better. If you're thinking it's going to get better and you're looking for the return of Jesus or something, and it's not Jesus, this God is not Jesus or God, it's not the God of love, then you're going to be in for a rude awakening. You will have been deceived. This is a powerful ancient entity, and its presence will even instill fear into the strongest minds on this earth, because they'll be able to feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's not completely taken power here yet, you all. But it is a heaviness. It wants to get into your mind and your thoughts. The singularity, one power, one ring to rule them all. That great big ring, the great big ring. You know what I'm talking about, CERN? I don't know how many miles long its perimeter is. I don't. But it's ushering in. It is. I'm going to go. Will we make it? Some of us won't make it, but some of us will. Is there any hope? Yes, there's hope. It's found in Jesus. It's found in God. It's found in love. God is love. Love. It's the source of all light, the source of all good. It's the source. It's a primordial source. It's light. There's the hope right there. Get rid of anything inside of you that should not be there, any negativeness, any that's going to keep you from being grounded on the inside. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. If you believe in praying to Jesus, ask him, please take it away. Please forgive me. Help me to be a better person. Help me to be a better person. Speak it out to the universe. Speak it out. The voice of love, the source of all things, it will hear you. Speak it out. And mean it. Mean it. Mean it when you say, help me to be strong enough. But when you say, help me to be strong enough, you're going to go through even more things to make sure you are strong enough to withstand what's coming. But then you'll feel better because you have the strength on the inside of you. You have the strength on the inside of you to be strong enough to face what's on its way here. And like I've said, that entity that's coming is powerful. And the last time I felt its presence was on this YouTube channel. And I was trying to do a video, but I stopped the video and I turned to the screen because I knew I felt its presence, its extension. It has extensions on this earth too, just like love, armies of light. There's armies of darkness. But I felt its presence, and it was like an intelligence. It wanted to know why I'm not giving up. And I literally found myself explaining to this presence that was on the other end in that realm of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I remained calm. I wasn't disrespectful. Why would I want to be disrespectful? I can speak on a spiritual level. I can. And I said, I love people. People matter to me. People matter to me. I love people. I said a lot more things, you all. That was the last time. And after I said what I said, it was like it accepted what I said, like it could reason with what I was saying, and then it left. It left. I could feel that its presence was gone. And I'm not gonna, Gina's not gonna be one who, no Ouija board or something. No, I'm not gonna open up those. When you play with that, you are literally tapping into that darkness. These Ouija boards and stuff, playing with black magic, drawing circles and stuff, doing these, you're literally inviting in dark entities. No angels are going to come through the Ouija board. They're not. They're not going to come through it. When you dabble in this stuff, be very, very careful, because you may unknowingly be inviting in a presence that you didn't think would come in, because perhaps maybe you don't believe in that realm, but yet you're doing it. You're playing in it. They can come through. I don't touch it. I stay far, far away from any of that. I don't want any of that energy. None of it. It's not a part of me. If I'm going to draw anything to me, and I'm going to focus on anything, it's going to be love, something that's going to build me up, and it's literally going to cause the good to come this way, the good energies, angels, angelic beings. It's army of light. There is an army of light out there, you all. And angels are ministering spirits, and we do have angels watching over us. You may say, I don't have an angel watching. You do. You may not realize it. You may not feel its presence, but if you get grounded on the inside, there'll be a sense of knowing what's around you. If you can tune out everything else that distracts you. Okay, angels are ministering spirits, and they do watch over us. They're from the other realm, but yet they can manifest into this realm. If you've got the darkness, if you got the demons, you believe in demons? Well, you should also believe in angels, because that's the opposing force right there. Constant. The angels are real. There's an army of light. There's something that's ripping and tearing through space. It's a supermassive black hole with a trail of newly born stars behind it, and its luminosity is almost as half as bright as the host galaxy that it got kicked out of after a tussle with the primordial beings that were there, and it's headed toward Earth. It was described as a beast. It was described as an invisible monster. It's ripping and tearing, and it's making its way here. And you better be ready. Your animals can sense what's coming. We could sense something coming too. We could. Jeannie, you're going around in circles. I'm done going around in circles. I don't want to be like the animals going around in circles. Well, that's a completion of life, the circle of life. Get rid of the negativeness inside of you. If you got bad habits that are not building you up and grounding you on the inside, that's keeping you from being the best you on the inside, that strong warrior that you need to rise up within you, get rid of the stuff that's standing in the way and ground yourself so you can face what's coming. You want that light to grow. You don't want to continually consume with your eyes and your ears things that are going to pollute your spirit and dim your light within you. You do not want to consume with your eyes, with your ears, with your hands, or whatever, in a spiritual sense, that's going to pollute the spirit inside of you, that's going to get inside of you and cause your light to become dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, suppressing that light. You want to get all of that stuff out of you so your light can get bright like it used to be. You want it to be the great beacon of light. Get the stuff out of you. Don't even entertain it no more. Let the light shine. Okay, because it's coming here. I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. I didn't want to sit down. No, this is too important to sit down. I want to stand up so I can stand my ground and speak. I hope that you find others along your way that are encouraging you to become strong on the inside and grounded. I really do. We got to be grounded in love. God is love. That's the source of all. It's the most powerful force on the face of the earth, the most powerful force in the universe that ever has been and always will be. It is the most powerful. And you want to be connected to that. Love you.